Hey folks, real quick announcement before the video starts. I've got a brand new shirt design with your name on it. Well, it's actually got my name on it, but it's also got the police car on it, and you don't want to miss out on this one. It's the McCool Auto Protect and Swerve t-shirt. Now this thing is awesome. I think you guys need to check this one out. You've got until October 21st to order this one. It's a pre-order. The link is down in the description below or in the top right. Now remember, pre-order means that I will not order all the shirts until October 21st comes and goes. I want to give everybody the opportunity to make sure they buy this shirt if they can. So do not miss out on it, because once it's gone, who knows if it'll come back. So guys, I'll see you at the very end of the video, and thank you for watching. Welcome back to the Turbo Police Car build. In the last episode, we got the Diplomat running and driving for the first time under boosted power, except it started smoking on the first drive, then it immediately shut off and left me stranded. I pulled over and noticed gas was pouring out of basically everywhere, so I waited for a ride back to the shop. I essentially cooked the Holley ECU, which in turn hung an injector wide open and filled the engine with gas.
Okay, yeah, this thing's full of gas. Whoa!
With all the gas out of the engine, I swapped over the ECU to see if I hurt anything, but not before doing a quick oil change.
I don't hear it knocking. I guess the engine's okay.
After driving though, I just wasn't happy with the performance of the original transmission. So I installed this new one with a manual valve body and a race torque converter.
Holy cow, it's spooled up like crazy. Wow.
Since it was running better, now it was time to look better. I installed a new light bar, carpet, and of course a locker the day before leaving for Moparty. Finally, some clean paint and decals wrap up this build. It's untuned and it's untested. But Holley Moparty starts tomorrow and we have a long ride ahead of us. Think it'll survive the event? Stick around to the end of the video to find out.
We have officially made it. It's right at 7 o'clock. We drove in last night, and you can see it's a little cold out today. It's about 50 degrees this morning, but the police car is here and we're gonna have a good time today. This whole weekend is gonna be fantastic. I can't wait to have some fun. We've registered for Grand Champion as always because we can get the most out of this event. We're gonna be doing autocross, drag racing, all the works, and having a fun time at that. So we've got to do a little work to the car. The only thing I didn't do was put the fan on. So as soon as we get into the venue, we're gonna go put the electric fan on the car, and then we'll be ready to go.
It's my favorite time of year. Moparty's here. So I've got the police car in. We passed tech inspection. Don't know how that happened. And we're just gonna go look through some cars right quick. I'm gonna go check out the parts while I have a moment, because right now it's Friday and you can find some deals if you go a day early instead of Saturday when everybody gets here. So 9 o'clock rolls around, driver's meeting for the autocross. 9:30 autocross starts. We're gonna see if the the old Diplomat can hold up and just, you know, not blow up. That's the main thing. So it's gonna be good. Gonna be a really good time. I'm really looking forward to it. Just want to see, how does that rear end hold up? The locker is going to be like weird, because I know you got to break them in, so it's going to be kind of interesting as far as, like, you know, hitting a turn or sliding around real sharp, but it'll look cool. That's all that matters. And then you just walk around and just so happen to see the Hemi under glass. No big deal. Look at this. Is that not insane? God, that's so cool. You gotta be somebody right there to drive that. So you can see the front's open. That's wild. That is so cool. Grand Champion puts your car to the test on basically every aspect you can imagine. You've got autocross and drag racing all wrapped up in one nice event. And if you ever want to do this, this is pretty much the best bang for your buck to experience all the things about your car. And that's going to put this police car to the test on handling, acceleration, braking. Everything that this car probably isn't good at, we're going to test it today, because we want to see where are the weak points and how can we make it better. And we're going to start off with the autocross.
All right, first run of the weekend.
Again, this is probably going to be a rough run, but we're going to do our best. And if we make it to the end, that's all that matters. So we'll just try to dwindle our time down and do a little bit better each time, but just make sure we don't get lost. But I think we're going to do all right. I'm excited. That was awful. 56 flat. Had to get used to the car. That was terrible. Well, that was a 56 flat. I was trying to get used to the car. Didn't know if it was going to slide or not. And you can see there was that one turn where I tested it and it come around quick. But once I kind of figured out where the car is, I think I can do that. I know I can do better on the next round. I'm hoping to get, you know, as long as we can get under the 50 mark, I'll be happy. So that was fun. It was a lot of fun. This car it's fast. Definitely for what it is, it's fast. All right, this time we're gonna be a little more aggressive. Just enough to see if we can break the tires loose a little bit. The car sounds awesome though. Don't get me wrong. When the turbo's fluttering when you let off the gas, wow, does it sound good. So it's making great power. We just gotta kind of figure out that rear end and don't spin out. That was better. After watching that video from overhead, I realized that I am not being aggressive at all. I need to drive this thing a little harder. We got 52 seconds, so we knocked 4 seconds off. As long as we keep getting better and better, that's all that matters. But I got to drive it a little harder. I guess I'm a little nervous because we've spent so much dang time getting this thing going, but it's going okay. I'm proud of it so far. What did I run? 49.8? I think so. Hey, she's doing good. So far, I'm very proud of the old girl. I am very happy with how she's performing. I mean, as far as the turbo and everything goes, it's dialed. I mean, it's good. The only problem I'm having, I'm bummed about it, I had put a little siren, you can't really see the switch, but it's right there, for the light bar, and I got a siren under the hood, and it lost power. So I'm kind of sad. So I'm gonna go over here to the Holley booth, way across over there, and see if we can figure out what's going on with it, because I really want that to work. We don't have light bars, and what's all this for, man? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Well, our tent almost blew away. And look, we've got some spare tire help.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Now, do I get to keep these?
I don't know about that.
You don't know about that? Okay, well, I guess we'll just use them for weights then. Well, we're at the Holley booth, and look who I found. Sleeper dude and his gremlin. You talk about something wild. This thing is wild. So I'm excited to see how this thing does. He's gonna do the Burnout competition. I've said if this thing survives till the end of the weekend, I'll do the Burnout competition as well. I think my money's on this one, but you know, still a good day. Fridays, you know, we're not getting everybody in just yet. They're gonna really big show tomorrow, but you got drag racing, you've got the thrill ride with the Chargers, Hellcats and everything, but I've gotta go back and do some autocross. I cannot wait to see what kind of times this thing can run. And Allie's gonna come with me this time. She got a helmet. We're headed to the autocross. Allie, how do you feel?
I'm excited.
Are you?
Nervous.
You're gonna do great. You trust me? Oh gosh, I don't know how I feel about that. Oh man, it's gonna be fun. I think you're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be great. Look, got a helmet. That is yours. She has signed her life away. If something happens, it's on me. We got all sorts of cool cars out here. I love autocross. I'm not the fastest or the best at it, but man, do we have a blast doing it. And that's what it's all about. This car is so much fun. We're gonna try and get to mid 4s. That's my main goal, mid 40s. If I can get down to mid 40s, I will be so happy. Like that will be my life right there. I think I'm having trouble with the steering wheel here. Like this cover flares out really bad, so you can't really get a good grip on it. So I'm just gonna do this. Oh, look at that. Now that's much better. Oh, that's great. Hold on tight.
McCool out there trying to drift the turbocharged cop car as much as possible.
That was awesome! Uh-oh, we're blowing some oil out. Something's burning.
Oh no.
I might have made it mad that time.
Oh no.
What'd you think?
That was awesome.
Oh man, I went way slower. We only did a 53 on that one, but man, we hung out on that last turn, didn't we?
We did.
That was fun. Oh, next victim, huh? You want to ride in the police car?
Do I sit in the back with handcuffs?
We could probably do. Do you think they'd let us do that?
Probably not.
This is Kale from Cam Racing. If you haven't seen his LS Flop Duster or his Charger that he's working on, you need to go follow him. It's really cool content. But he was going to autocross, but of course LS cars can't be in here. Shame, shame.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? So he's going to ride with me on this next round and see what we can do.
Diplomat, turbocharged Moparty County Sheriff. Oh, you got sideways slam it, Dylan. Come on, dude. And all he needed to do was keep that thing to the wood. It would have been perfect.
Oh, dude, those turbo noises, that was worth it.
Well, I did a 51 on that one, and I'm not really, I don't know. It's like maybe I'm getting in my head or something, but I know I can do a 48. And I know I could go faster than that. Maybe it's just a driver error. If I was a better driver, it wouldn't be such a problem. I'm honestly this close to just going for style points and just, you know, sliding around the track, because that's a lot more fun, drifting around the place. Because I mean, how often do you get to drift your police car out on the pavement? So that's probably what I'm gonna do from this point on. You know, just have a little more fun. But man, it's so fun. So we may just do a little more slidiness instead, and just not even care about like doing a good time, because that first lap that we did with the Holley, that was fun. Slide it out, you know, so that's probably what I'll do next time.
The Autocross is done for the day, but we still have to do some drag racing. Now this is where I hope that the car shines, because I want to see how well does this thing perform on the quarter mile. Now you remember me mentioning about how I had put an electric fan on this car? Well, the thing is that the company that I got the radiator from does not make a shroud for it. So I had to just buy some of those zip ties and stick it directly to the core of the radiator. So when you're sitting in traffic, it's not going to do a whole lot of helping. You're going to see me getting hot as well as the car getting hot in the staging lanes.
Temps are at 212. My fan really doesn't do much, but we're not 220, so I guess that's okay. As long as we can go down the track, that'll make me happy. Whew, my heart's racing, man. How we did. Thank you. Ooh, 15.1, that's garbage. Gross. I think Jared Pink's trying to wager me a race with questionable garage here. Well, at this ET, he's going to beat me every time. He ran a 12.9 and I did a 15.1. Ain't no way I'm keeping up with him. But I had to keep the hood propped just to keep the temps down. But it's all right. Temp is 220, but we're going to do it anyway. She'll cool off down the road and it'll be all right. Come on. Let me go, please. Let me go. Thank you very much. Gotta chill her off. All right. 220 launches. That's fine. I think I launched a little better, but I'm gonna take the second exit to cool her off. We're back down to 216 now. It leaves hard, but man, it just doesn't have the top end it needs. Well, it ran slower the second time, but I think a lot of it had to do with that temperature. She was getting hot.
Well, I gotta admit, I was pretty bummed about that 15.1 and a 15.2. And I think my 8th mile times were like a 9.7 and a 9.8. That's abysmal. That's just absolutely terrible. And I think we're gonna figure out some problems later on in this video that kind of explain why we did such a bad time. My goal was probably high 13s and we got into the low 15s both times. So I think there's a lot of room for improvement. Of course there is, because this thing is so untested. But that's what you gotta do. You gotta start somewhere. Now that we've started from the bottom here with a 15.1 and a 15.2, it's only gonna get better. I went ahead and parked here for the day. We're gonna go ahead and call it quits. We're gonna hit the dyno tomorrow and see if we can turn up some boost and make it a little bit faster. I mean, I really gotta break into the low 14s. If I don't do that, then what is this even for? I just need this car to run better. I think it can. I'm just scared to turn the boost up, but I've gotta do it. I have to do this thing, guys. Well, we're headed home. Holley Moparty, day 1, it's a wrap. We'll see you tomorrow. What do you think, man?
Man, I just hope tomorrow goes good for both of us, you know? I hope mine doesn't blow up, yours doesn't blow up.
Well, see, look, here, everybody who is wanting to know, this is a guy that helped me out with that thing. He talked me into it.
blew up lots of things over the years.
So he's gonna help me blow this one up tomorrow, I'm guessing. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah. You blow up enough things, you start learning
Right.
what not to do.
So tomorrow, we're gonna take it over to the dyno.
Oh, I can't wait.
So might get you to see
Yeah.
if you can lend a hand on how to turn up the boost controller.
Not a problem at all. I got a pocket knife right here.
Ah, yeah, that's right, he's got it.
You can put like a boost controller in there.
Yeah.
And it basically bleeds off air.
Right.
You can do the same thing cutting a hole in the hose. So either way you want to do it, we can do it. So you either cut your line and put it in there and it'll bleed it off that way, or we can cut a hole in the hose.
I don't have, the boost controller is at the truck and they're autocrossing right now. So just add me a little tiny hole there. We'll see if it blows up or not.
Don't try this at home.
He's got it down to a science. He knows how to add. See, that's like what, 2 PSI, 3 PSI right there?
It may be there. We're getting closer.
Yeah, that's about 2 right there,
You don't
I
have
think.
a boost safety in the computer, do you? Like, we're not going to hit a safety if we go too high.
That'd probably be a smart idea.
Well, we'll do that. That's just
That's
a
good
tiny
enough.
Little
Yeah.
hole. Let me know how that works.
So that's about 30 PSI. So if it breaks, who do I call? Do I call you or who do I get
Call my
mad?
wife.
Okay,
All right?
okay.
Yeah, put her in touch. She'll put her in touch with me.
Okay, we'll talk. My people will talk to your people.
Hopefully that helps.
All right, we're gonna go autocross and see if she builds any more. Wish me luck. Fingers crossed. Well, I puked a bunch of oil out on that run. I saw smoke rolling up out of the hood. I gotta fill this cap. I gotta do it because it was puking oil up on the hood and all over this. I've got somebody on the way trying to find me a breather cap in the swap meet area. It's probably the last round we get this morning, so I'm probably just gonna go for, style points at this point because I have more fun with that, honestly. And this car doesn't handle the best, but at least it makes a lot of spoolie noises. So that's probably what we'll do. We're just gonna go out and have fun this round. Finally! Yes! Woo! Finally got that 48 again. Nice! Well, I found a clamp. I forgot that I had loosened this up. I mean, it was just hanging there. So I'm gonna crank it down because I'm wondering if maybe it was enough to blow past the ridge there, but it didn't blow off of the pipe. So that's a good sign, but it still could have caused a leak. So maybe when we go autocross in here again, it'll hold up. Maybe. it's raining currently, but they're still letting people autocross, so I'm gonna do it. So things that we've done, I took the top vent off of the wastegate. Apparently you're supposed to let it vent the atmosphere. I don't know if that's gonna help anything or not. I did that, and then tighten up that hose clamp. We're gonna see if we can at least get 5 pounds or more. It's probably gonna be sliding down all over the place and probably spin out, but it's gonna be a good time no matter what. This is our last run of autocross, so we gotta make it count. We have to make it count because we're probably not gonna get to do any drag racing if it's gonna be this wet, but I really, really want to do this. Well, I noticed the problem here. Got a little bit of a leak. Didn't know that was there. Well, it's part of the game. At least my windshield's not leaking. That's nice. Here's my view. Not terrible, but not great. I mean, honestly, as long as it slides around, I don't really care. The track is slick. I can see people sliding. Yeah, everybody's going really slow. That's all. I don't care. It's gonna be fun. Allie wanted to ride with me, so we're gonna go for the rain lap. We're not gonna go fast, but we are gonna go sideways. Are you okay with that? Okay, she said she's okay with it. It's gonna be fun. I can't even get on the gas. I can't even like romp on it. Wasn't that awesome? What'd you think about that?
That was intense. The rain makes all the difference.
No, he would spin out every time, like I did. That was pretty good. I enjoyed that. Well,
Way different than yesterday.
yeah, that was all purely just goof. So I'm gonna do that again. Would you ride again with me? Yeah, let's do it again. It went back to 1. It's 101 seconds. told me to quit knocking over cones, so we're done for the day. We didn't get in trouble. They just said, hey, you're making it tough on the workers, so I get it. So we're just gonna quit while we're ahead. I hate to make it tough on anybody else, but it was still at least fun, so it was well worth it. So we're gonna go back to the booth and we're gonna just chill out and hang out because it's raining still and avoid being wet. Today's been a good day, really good day. Well, we got Dad putting on some burners I bought, and I fixed the light. I cooked my box because, of course, it's right next to the hot stuff. So we're just gonna go out there and straight wire it to the battery right before we go out. Don't tell anybody we did that though. So I bought these for 15 bucks a wheel and tire. So we've got some good burners. Just if they burn off, it don't really matter. So they felt like they had enough air. Hopefully it is enough to actually hold the car up, you think? Will that hold air? Yeah, look at there. Perfect for burning them off. Sweet. Hopefully they'll smoke. This guy's right here. He's got the whole plan. Got the GoPros duct taped on.
If I can just get the GoPros to work, I'll be happy.
That's the hardest part of that whole burnout competition is getting the GoPros.
Just making sure everything's ready. But yeah, this one fell off in the last competition. My phone, I had it in there, it fell off.
Oh man.
This is the only one that survived the last one, so.
You just leave it there?
Yeah, 2004 model here.
Nice. Hey, it still works though. As long as we get the action with the tires, man, that's great.
I hope it goes good.
Yeah. Oh, I think you're gonna have a good time. We're gonna show up and show out. This is a big deal right here. Yeah. This is how much work in the making?
Man, it's a lot of money, a lot of work. It's been like, I guess it's a month in the making now to get to this point. But
dang.
Hopefully we don't want to hurt any more motors, so
right.
That's the main thing.
Yeah, I like that idea. All right, we're on our way to the burnout competition. I got a little sleeper dude behind me in the Gremlin. I hope the track's dry enough that we actually get some tire smoke, but it's gonna be fun. It's burnout competition. The police car is gonna try it. I set a rev limiter on it, about $5 grand. We've got quite the lineup right here. We got a Duster, we got a General Lee, we've got a Gremlin with sleeper dudes, we got some Challengers. Looks like a Cherokee maybe? I don't know. It's gonna be a really cool burnout competition if you ask me. So it's gonna be good, gonna be fun as long as the car, we'll see what happens. I'm not gonna say anything, I just know something's gonna happen. It'll be fun.
Look at this. Ladies and gentlemen, no introduction needed, Mr. Dylan McCool in the turbocharged Dodge Diplomat Sheriff's car. Dude, I know you've been smiling from ear to ear autocrossing this thing because it's been sideways, making all the right turbo noises. Are you having an awesome time?
Oh yeah, it's always a party at Moparty.
You want to blow the tires clean off of it?
Absolutely.
All right, big dog. Well, you need to go out there. You talk to Adam. He's that incredibly handsome gentleman in the red shirt. He's going to give you instructions. Listen to some of them and then do a big burnout. All right, ladies and gentlemen, give a big round of applause for Dylan McCool.
Hey, buddy. I said, don't suck. You got this.
Good.
If you remember, he has been in 2 other burnout contests. One with the CUDA that looked like if you kicked it, it would fall apart. And then, the Charger. And now, the cop car, which the lights should look good in the smoke. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, baby. Listen to the turbo sing, baby. Listen to the turbo sing, baby. Listen to it going. Nice car control, folks. Nice car control. Oh, fire, fire, fire. A bad boy backfire, but there is smoke. Give him a big round of applause. Pop something on that bad boy. It definitely was worn. Worn. Okay, my favorite thing, and I'm not making fun of Dylan because I love that dude, but there was this one time I was at the drag strip and I'm announcing this race and the dude had his skate and the carburetor is just sitting there with a little bit of flames out of the top. William 658 at 102 out that.
A cop getting pulled over by a fire truck? That just happened.
Thank you very much. Hey, we tried.
All right, it's running. It's perfect. It's fine. Ladies and gentlemen, give Dylan a big round of applause again in the Sheriff's turbocharged Mopar Dodge Diplomat. I love it.
Well, I don't know what happened, but something went kaboom, and it blew the oil cap off the valve cover and started spraying some oil. So there's a little bit of fire on the on the hood. So I'm not sure what happened, but the breather's just gone. So anyway, I saw fire come up from under the hood, and I thought, oh, it's over. So, but it's okay. I'm just bummed that I didn't get to do the whole time. I mean, I had it pegged. I should have probably hit second, just got some wheel speed up, but it's all good. It's all good. I mean, for what it is, it held up all right. It's just, man, it bums me out. That's my third burnout competition, and something's happened to where it doesn't do what I want it to do. The one time I finally got some wheel speed up and got it actually spinning and smoking, it just pops, but it's okay. It's whatever.
So remember me talking about having to shove that wire for the light bar up under the battery cable? Well, I think that's what came back to bite me, because I had a ratchet and a socket sitting there trying to tighten it up, and I thought I had it pretty tight. But what I think happens whenever I hit that really hard 180, the battery came loose for a split second, which cut all ignition to the entire car. But the thing is, it was at pretty much $5,000 the whole time, so it had built up a ton of crankcase pressure. All those gases and everything had nowhere to go right when the key shut off. And the key's still on, mind you, so as soon as that power reconnected after that split second, it ignited, probably a spark plug hit, and it caused all that pressure to just pop. You see it initially light, and then poof, it hit the crankcase and then blew the breather cap off the valve cover. And I would have cranked it back up and kept going, but whenever they say fire, that means you got to shut everything down and let the firemen do their job. And I was thankful that they were there, because there was a little fire up underneath the manifold, but probably a little oil would have put that out just fine. It'd been okay. But thankfully nothing happened, and I was able to drive it off of the burnout contest, and hey, it still runs and it still drives.
smooth. Whoa! Yeah! I'm gonna go ahead and call it and say that, you know, obviously, sleeper dude. He won. He won that one. Man, I had a blast. Holley Moparty, as you can see, it's something else, guys. I really didn't want to show this part of the video, but I'm a big fan of showing you the bad with the good. I want to make sure you guys know that all the things that we do are real and life is just how it is. Well, it's Sunday morning. We were about to leave and I said, hey, I want to hit the dyno before we go. I don't think this car's making a ton of power, but I just want to see what it can be making because we weren't only making really like 3 pounds of boost, but maybe now that we fixed everything, heck, we'll take the wastegate line off and just see how much it'll make, so just for the heck of it. So I'm excited to see what it can do. Ah, that's terrible. 211 and 310. Ooh. Made 211. I'm over it. Wastegate off. Let's see what it'll do now. How much that? Any at all? 2.5? 4.5? God. How much? 220. 220, let's go. 220 and 333 at 4.5 pounds. We're not making any power. Yeah, I pulled the wastegate line off and it only made 4.5 pounds. Dude, that's why it's a dog all weekend. Well, it makes whistle noises. I guess that's all that matters, but what? 4.5 pounds? So power was obviously not that great. So when I pulled the wastegate line, that should have made it to where the wastegate was getting max boost possible, and it wasn't. That's what's crazy to me, is that it only made 4.5 pounds wide open. So with it plugged in, imagine the power I was making out on the track. Probably only 2 to 3 PSI at max. So this thing was really, really down on power compared to what it should have been. This is where a lot of the fun tuning stuff comes in that you'll see in a later video, because I want to show you this drag racing clip real quick. So on the drag strip in the quarter mile, I ran a 15.1 and a 15.2. In the 8th mile, I ran a 9.7 and a 9.8. Now, after doing all sorts of new tuning stuff for a new video that you'll see here shortly, this car ran an 8.9 in the 8th mile, which equates to roughly a 13.7 to a 13.8 in the quarter mile, depending on how, good of a driver I've got. It's gonna get better from here, guys. Like I said, you gotta start somewhere and just continually make it better and better. Man, Moparty, it's always a great event. Holley always puts on a great show, and I appreciate them sponsoring this build, because without them, it would have been a whole lot more difficult to make this thing run and drive. But more importantly, I appreciate you guys. Thank you for your love, your kindness, and your support. And if you want to show a little more support, down in the link in the description below, the pre-order for the t-shirt, don't forget about it. October 21st is the last day. After that, they may not come back. So get it while you can, don't forget. So what are the next steps for this car? Now, we've got a lot of work ahead of us. We've got a whole bunch of tuning issues that need to be sorted out, and that's exactly what we plan to do. So once we do all that, take it back to the drag strip like you saw. So make sure you don't miss out on the upcoming video, subscribe, notifications. You don't want to miss out on how much more this thing can be improved when we get into the double digits on boost.
So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.